What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, back-to-back videos. If you didn't watch my other video, you don't know. We're doing back-to-back. That's it. Let's get into it. MTD Sports TV, kind of rebranded. Explained it in my last video, so just go back, watch that. But here is my 2023 team reveal for SuperCooach. So a lot of people don't know, but I'm a very big SuperCooach fan. I've been doing it for years. I think I came in the top 10 a couple of years ago. So pretty excited about this year. I've still got 26,000 in my cap. With a few injuries popping up today, I decided to change a few things around. So let's get into it. At fullback, I have Clint Gufferson. Now, and he's my vice captain. So the reason behind this, not just because I'm a Para fan, I've seen his preseason training videos. I've spoke to people at Para. And they have told me we're about to see Clint Gufferson go to a whole new level, have a breakout year. Fingers crossed. He came back to training early. He's the fittest he's ever been. He's ready to go. He's using the motivation for the grand final. And I just think his running meters are going to be through the roof this year. So Clint Gufferson, those kick returns, try assists, tries. A few of the boys have got him finishing top try scorer for Eels. So fullback, Clint Gufferson. On the wings, I have Brian To'o. No need to explain there. His meter gainage is ridiculous. And Xavier Coates. So I feel like with Storm, the way they're going with a few of their players, I feel like Coates is going to get more opportunity than he did last year. He had a few injuries. So this year in the trials, he looked pretty fit. So yeah, got him scoring a couple of tries, hopefully each game. Hopefully not tomorrow night against the Eels, but let's get into it. So yeah, Brian To'o, what can I say? Meter eater, hit ups, everything. I feel like he's in for a big year. I don't, especially now that it's Critter, Stephen Crichton, for those that don't know, he's last year. They've grown up together. They've played all their footy together. So they're going to have a big year together. So I feel like Brian To'o's going to go to a new level and try and the whole three-peat thing. So, yeah. In the centers, I have Will Penasini and Herbie Farmsworth. So big signing for the Dolphins, Herbie, for next year. I was hoping Eels would make a play, but obviously Eels are just trying to keep everything simple with the same team. But yeah, obviously he's a gun player. I see him doing well for the Broncos this year. Will Penasini, I see him going to a whole new level. Now that Josh Hodgson has come to the Eels, it frees up Moses to get on the outside, to set up Will on the outside of his man. So I'm seeing a lot of try assists, a lot of breaks, a lot of tries coming from Will Penasini. He's one of the favourites to get top try scorers for the Eels as well. So let's fingers crossed for that as well. My 5'8". So I was going to put Dylan Brown, but I decided this year I'm going to go with Matt Burton after the end of season he had last year. All the try assists, those bombs are ridiculous. His kicking meters, everything. So I feel like he's going to score a lot of try points. I think he's going to goal kick this year again. I don't know. He was going to be the goal kicker. We saw him take a few shots, but yeah, I feel like this year I had Schuster, but obviously he got injured, so he's been dropped back to my reserves bench. So yeah, starting off the year, round one with Matt Burton. Halfbacks. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, Cleary, Moses thing. I've got Mitch Moses as my captain. I feel like he's with Guffo going to that new level. I feel like the motivation's there after losing the grand final last year. They're going to go, he's tipped, I think he's favourite at the moment, one of the favourites to win the Dally M medal. So let's see what happens there. But yeah, obviously I put him as goal kicker, kick meters, try assists. He led the league in try assists last year, so I see him going to a whole new level this year. I've got him as my MVP, so we'll see. So my halfback, Mitch Moses, which brings me to my front row. My front row being Joseph Tarpanay. What a season he had last year. Pretty much carried Canberra on his back. I don't see any different this year. I feel like he's going to do the same. I don't see Canberra going too far. They rely on Whiten too much and Tarpanay. So I feel like he's going to get some big meters, big minutes, offloads. The guy can do it all. So I'm expecting him to have another big season. His front row partner, I got Junior Paulo. Hope I said that right, Junes. I'll ask you tomorrow night if I'm saying it right. He always kills me when I call him Paulo now. But yeah, so big Junes at the front. Can't go past him every year when I choose this team. I didn't have him in there to begin with. I think I had, who do I have? I had Wallace. But I freed up, done some moving around with the unlimited. So freed up some cap space to get Big Junior in. So his offloads, I see him getting a few try assists, playing big minutes, looking at the bench of Para. There's a few guys that worry me on the bench of Para at the moment with game fitness, but we'll see as the year goes on. My second rowers are Jermaine Hopgood and Murata Niokore. So obviously everyone's like, oh, you're choosing all Para players, but did you see Jermaine Hopgood's stats in the All-Stars game and the stats against the Newcastle Knights in that trial? Unbelievable. I feel like he's going to be Rookie of the Year, breakout season for the Eels. Massive signing too. And he's only like, what's he paying? 290K. That's cheap for SuperCooach. The meters he's going to get, the offloads, the try assists. Yeah, he's good. And what can I say about Murata? Still spewing he left Para. I feel like it wasn't that Eels didn't want him. I just felt like he wanted to go home, which by all means, that's great. I do see him maybe coming back later on to the Eels, hopefully one day. But yeah, so he can fill in anywhere. So if he's playing center halfway through the year, you can just kick him back to the bench and give him that bench spot. But yeah, second row, I see him doing big minutes. He's starting, I think. I haven't even looked at the teams, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's starting. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so he'll get big minutes at the Warriors that he never got at Para. He knows how to find a try line. So yeah. And my lock, I didn't even do the hooker. Anyway, my lock is Bryce Cartwright. Now, a lot of people know, yes, Bryce Cartwright's one of my favorite players. When he was at Penrith, loved watching him play. Was absolutely ecstatic when he came to Para. Hasn't really got game time like I think he should have. We've seen what he's capable of with those flick passes, setting up line breaks, try assists. I think I've got him as my bold prediction for 2 try assists this week, so that will help my SuperCooach. And he's another cheapie at 230,000, so can't go past him to free up some space for other big names, and you'll see my bench and you'll know what I mean. So moving right along, I should have done hooker when I done front row, but who knows? I'm just going up the screen. So my hooker's Josh Hodgson. So a lot of people will be like, oh, one-eyed eel. No, I feel like the way Trent Barrett's an assistant coach at Para now, he's got those halves in the off season doing some freakish stuff. A little inside information there, guys. You'll see it tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. But I feel like Josh Hodgson, he's going to go to a whole new level. He's hungrier. He's loving it at life at Para. And he knows what it's like to lose the grand final. And that's the one thing he said when he came to Para was he was going to help them win the grand final because he was still hungry over a couple of years ago when they lost to the Roosters, the old 6 tackle, 6 more thing controversy. But he's hungrier than ever. Hopefully he stays fit. When we signed him, I said he was going to be the missing piece to the puzzle. I still think that is. I still think him with Mitch and Dylan's going to go to a whole new level. He's going to help Para's attack along with Hopgood and with Trent Barrett being the assistant coach. I know people are like, oh, but Barrett. Yeah, but you got to remember Barrett trained Nathan Cleary. Ivan Cleary's come out and said they contribute, like Barrett contributed the half of their attacking side. So he's coached them during juniors, so hopefully he's showing Mitch the same tricks he showed Nathan a couple of years ago. So yeah, that's my team. Now let's get to my bench. Now with SuperCoach, I feel like the bench is important. I want 80-minute players or 60, 70-minute players on my bench. I like, as you can see by my teams, most of these guys also kick goals. I like to put a lot of goal kickers in. Spewing, I'll put Jared Croker in, but he's not playing at the moment, so he's sitting on the bench. But my 4 bench spots, I won't tell you my other benches because I haven't really. No, I'll tell you actually. So Ray Stone is my bench hooker for in case, like, to me, I thought Ray Stone would get a starting spot. That's the whole reason he went there, to be that starting hooker. And then, yeah, they signed who they signed at the Dolphins, and he's managed to get a bench spot. So I really feel for Ray. He went there to play football because he's a footballer. I spoke when Luke Burt coached him at Para in under 20s. He told me three guys to watch out for who he was coaching in under 20s. Dylan Brown, Reed Marnie, Ray Stone. He even went to say Ray Stone will be the next High Marsh at Para. Unfortunately, due to injuries, that was unfortunate. So he's gone to the Dolphins. He's got a young family. Wish him all the luck in the world. I can't wait to see him at Bank West. Combank, sorry guys. Combank's probably watching my socials. Yeah, so I had to choose him. He's a monster beast. Does like to give away a penalty or two, but he makes up for it in heart. And some of those hits he puts on. Oof. My other ones, my front row. So my front row bench, you're going to laugh because half my team are ex-Para as well. So I've got Oregon Kafusi, and I'm never going to get this right, and I'm going to ask him at the game tomorrow. Gerard Moasayu. I'm just going to call him Gerard. JM. Come from Newcastle to Para, so he's locked down one of those bench spots this week, but I haven't got him on my bench. He's just a backup bench. I've also got Jack Murchie, Schuster, Bailey Simonson, Sean Russell, and Jared Croker. Now, Sean Russell's injured. I've got him as my leading try scorer of the year for the Eels. Was supposed to get that wing spot, but unfortunately got suspended from last year, one game he played or something. But let's get into my 4-man bench. So I've got, and I'm never going to get this right, I've got Hamaso Tabuai Fido, the Hammer, as my bench spot. I feel like he's going to get a lot of meters. He's got the starting spot, fullback spot or wing spot for the Dolphins. So he'll get a lot of meters. I see him getting a few tries. So we'll give him a go round 1, which brings me to my second bench spot this week, and that goes to Matt Dury. I'm really liking what he's done at the Eels in the last 2 trials I've seen. He's scored a try, done a line break, ran hundreds of meters, had a try assist, done it all. So he's locked down that Isaiah Papali'i spot. So I have a feeling him running off Mitch at Storm tomorrow, he's going to make a lot of meters, and let's hope he gets a few tries as well, like Isaiah used to. My next one, I'm going to leave the best to last. My next one is Jason Tamalolo. What can I say? Everyone's like, you got a $600,000 player on the bench. Yes, but he's what? That's all you got to say. You don't have to worry about stats. It's Jason Tamalolo. So damaging. Hopefully, he has a big running season tomorrow. Makes a lot of meters, hit ups, line breaks, tackles, offloads, everything. So I see him getting a lot of points. But yeah, so my last bench spot is Nathan Cleary. Yes, that's right. I have both Nathan Cleary and Mitch Moses as my halfbacks. They were the first two players I added along with Gufferson, and I kind of like built some the team around that. And I've still got 26,500 left in my cap, and I've got all those gun players, stat players. Hopefully, yeah. Well, what can you say? It's Nathan Cleary, Prince of Penrith. Go knock on his door tomorrow. Tell him to get some good things against the Broncos. Yeah. So I had him as my starting halfback and my captain, but I decided to put Mitch there. I feel like Mitch at home. I feel like Cleary's come back from the World Cup. I think they just expected to turn up against St. Helens and win. We saw the kick pressure he got put under by the number 9 from St. Helens. Like, I don't know how he's never played NRL. He was a gun. He put a lot of pressure on Nathan, and some of those kicks, he just couldn't get away in time, which pretty much just showed the rest of the NRL how to defend Penrith a bit. So, yeah, Nathan Cleary, still got to have him. I think he's everyone's first pick this year in SuperCooach, but let's see how we go. So, running through my team at number 1, fullback, Click Gufferson. Number 2 on the wing, Brian To'o. Number 3, Herbie Farnsworth. Number 4, Will Penasini. Number 5, Xavier Coates. Number 6 and 5'8", Matt Burton. Number 7, Mitch Moses and captain. Number 8, Junior Barlow. Number 9 and hooker, Josh Hodgson. Number 10 is Joseph Tarpanay. Back rowers in number 11 will be Murata Niokore. Number 12, Jermaine Hopgood. And that lock at number 13 is Bryce Cartwright. Moving on to the bench at number 14, I've got the Hammer. Number 15, I've got Matt Dury. Number 16, I've got JT, Jason Tamalolo. And rounding off the bench in that number 17 spots is Nathan, the Prince of Penrith Cleary. So that's my team for round 1, guys. Yeah, I'll try and do a lot of these videos a lot earlier in case people want a few tips and trips. But yeah, so leave a comment if you're into SuperCooach. And I'll do like a weekly update of where my team's at, how much I scored, a review. I'll do it all. So going to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway, guys. So leave in the comments what team you follow and who your favorite player is, whether it be para, who cares? Who your favorite player is, and I'll try and get something in a game signed, whether it be a sports card, a hat, a football, a jersey, and we'll do some giveaways. So make sure you subscribe, like, turn your notifications on. You know the drill. Yeah, so give a lot away. I want to give back for everyone that's helped me over the last couple of years with whether it be TikTok, Insta, whatever. We're going to do it all. Tune into the Talking Para podcast. Tune into Collector's Mindset if you're a sports card fan. And tune into MTD Sports TV if you just want to follow NRL. And I'm going to be having a lot of guests on. I'm going to try and get some NBA players, guys. Like, this is going to be a big year for me. So going to try and go to one of the Kings game. I don't know if I can get to the one on Friday. But I think that's a grand final. So if I don't get to it, I don't get to it. But we're going to be doing a lot of NRL games, not just para. I'm going to get some cards signed for you guys. Yeah, so if you don't already follow my socials, share all my content. Let's build a big sports community. Shout out to a few of the guys last week for doing that Sports Shed TV match. Love to make it bigger, help somehow make it bigger and better next year. Whether it be thing, I'm also going to be giving out sports cards at games, guys. I've got packets of cards. I'm going to be doing team sets to give away to all you kids, all you young fans that want to get into sports card collecting. So yeah. Thanks, guys. Hope your team does well. Hope your SuperCooach does well. Hope your tipping goes well. Hope your ladder predictions go well. And yeah, NRL's back, and let's get into it. And stay tuned for the game day vlog tomorrow, or sometime during the week. Getting to Para pretty early in the morning to do some stuff with a few other content creators. Hopefully a few of the guys can come, try and get some players on. But yeah, so peace and thanks for watching.